Good afternoon. So today we are going to discuss understanding of consumers equilibrium by analyzing so we are going to discuss about the understanding of consumers equilibrium by analyzing indifference curve under two conditions. So we will take two case 1 and case 2. Okay. So under case 1 you will analyze if one good fall, then what is the impact or effect on consumer equilibrium and indifference curve. This is the case 1. And case 2 is if the margin is not equal to marginal rate of substitution, then how it is going to affect the consumer's equilibrium and indifference curve. So let us see first case. So with the help of one diagram we will understand this one. Suppose there is two goods in y-axis and good x in x-axis, and AB is the budget line. AB is the budget line. So in your indifference curve approach, if a consumer is try to mainly get equilibrium, or in which condition consumer will attain the equilibrium, he has to mainly fulfill two conditions. So condition 1 is the the slope of indifference curve must be equal to the budget line. Yes, that is marginal rate of substitution equal to the price of goods X and price of goods Y. This is the first condition, and the second condition will be the marginal rate of substitution consumer will get or attain equilibrium when there is two goods. So according to the case 1, this is the initial equilibrium point. Initially this is the equilibrium point, okay, when there is no change in the price of any goods. There is no change in the price of any goods, okay, and without changing the price, the consumer is consuming, in case 1 initially the consumer is consuming which combination of goods, y1. This is without changing the price. Suppose now the price will change on X of one goods of X, suppose, then what will happen? A new budget line will be created, or the budget line will shift to the right. When there is a decrease in price, budget line shift from left to right, means a new budget line is created. And if you draw the indifference curve, yes, a consumer attain a new equilibrium point, that is E2. Yes, and if you draw the line towards the goods X, goods Y and goods X, what can you observe here? That if there is a change in the price, means falls in the price, what is happening? The consumer is consuming more of both the goods, consuming more of both the goods. Yes, and a new equilibrium point is created, that is E2. So when there is a change in price, what will be the combination? Suppose you will mark this one Y2 and this is X2. What is the new combination? After fall in price of X, what is the new combination of good consumed by the consumer? Y2 and X2. Y2 and X2 means falls in price, consumer is attaining higher equilibrium point, and higher indifference curve shows the higher level of satisfaction. This is one case. In the second case, this is when the marginal rate of substitution is not equal to marginal rate of exchange is not equal to marginal rate of substitution. So you know that marginal rate of exchange means price ratio. Yes, that is Px by Py. It says about the ratio of price, and marginal rate of substitution tells us about the change in X and change in Y, means what rate the consumer is willing to mainly change the goods with comparison to the another goods. In what rate he is going to change? Suppose want to gain X, means he has to sacrifice Y. In what rate he is doing? If want to gain Y, then he has to sacrifice X. So this is tell us about the marginal rate of substitution. So according to your case, if it is not equal, then two situation can arise. Situation one is the marginal rate of substitution will be greater than the price ratio of both the goods, and marginal rate of substitution will be less than with the price ratio of both the goods. In this situation, what will happen when the marginal rate is greater than your price ratio? This is marginal rate of exchange. Then what will happen? Here the consumer will try to consume more of X. Consume more of X. When he consumes more of X, the marginal utility of X will decline, and the marginal utility for Y is constant. Yes, not changing, because consumer is consuming more of X, but the marginal utility of Y will increase, and the consumer will attain a point where the marginal utility of X with ratio to marginal utility of Y will be price of X and price of Y. Means the consumer will attain after a period of time or certain period of time. In second case, it will be reverse. The consumer will gain or will consume more of Y. Yes, when he will consume more of Y, what will happen? After consuming more and more quantity, the marginal utility of Y will decrease. At the same time, the marginal utility of X will increase, and consumer will reach a certain point where the marginal utility of X with ratio to marginal utility of Y will be the equal to the ratio of price of goods X and price of goods Y, means consumer will get the or attain the equilibrium point where marginal rate of substitution equal to marginal rate of action. Yes, so this is all about the consumer's equilibrium, how it is changing when price is changing, or in case where the rate of exchange is not equal to the rate of substitution. Okay.